Hi, today we are going to talk more about gluing the method and different options, and I'm actually going to try out Got2BGlued. I'm going to give it one more shot. I really want to love it. I would love something that's more just daily wear. You don't have to sleep in it, you don't have to commit to it, but yet you don't have to spend half an hour to an hour scrubbing out glue. Even with coconut oil, I don't have time for that. I've got 3 kids. I know you guys are the same. So as much as I love the Salon Pro method and how it looks, I really just hate the maintenance, whether you're using coconut oil or not. So today we're gonna try that out. Also did get some feedback, so thank you all for the feedback yesterday. You can say hi. This is Addison, my middle son. He's just been dying to get in here. All right, get out of here.
Love you.
Love you too. Hello everyone, this is a really long video. I'm just warning you in advance, but I am cutting to the chase at the very beginning of this video. I have already ended up, doing this experimentation, and it works. It really works. I found a method that works. The reason that this video is going to be so long though is because it took a little bit of trial and error, and I want to make sure to share it all with you unedited, because I know watching these videos, obviously I didn't follow someone to a T, and that's why it didn't work for me. But if there's something that you think you might want to try, I just want to show you that it may or may not work for you depending on how you do it. So here is a quick summary, and then I will also try to put some links in the description to show you what point places in the video match up with where we were in this process, because this is going to be like a 45-minute long video. So that way you don't have to watch the entire thing if you don't really want to. So I'll try and hit those like bullet points of times in the video. But here's what we did to get the Got2BGlued method to adhere this wig. So first things first, if you want to wash your head, obviously your face, you want to wash your face in the morning. If you don't, then you probably should, but do your morning routine. I mean, you want to go ahead and, from my experience, what I found to be that works, you want to wash your face. You want to go ahead, and if you're using the oils or do anything like that to like condition or moisturize, you want to do that, and you want that to dry before you go on, because those oils help remove the glue, including the gel. So you want to make sure that any morning routines that you have, including makeup or oils, you do, and then it has a chance to dry or set. You want to take alcohol and a cotton swab, and you will want to wipe your whole hairline, including the inside of the wig as well. So your hairline and the wig's hairline, you will wipe with alcohol. You will want to let that alcohol dry. It doesn't take very long, but let it dry, and then clip your hair back on your unit. You'll want to have your unit on, but just like right behind your hairline, so that way it'll be easy to just pull on whenever you're ready. But you want to clip the hair back just to kind of keep it out of the way, especially if it's long. I will do another video of this that is literally just this application and not the extra fluff. So I'm just telling you what you need to know now. Watch that other video. I will try and link it as well if you want to see more of this without having to watch the full 45 minutes. I use this, which is the yellow version of the Got2BGlued. It's just a generic brand, but the reason that yellow is important instead of black is because yellow is water resistant where the black isn't. I use this. I globbed it on here, like globbed. And you will see I spread it along my hairline with this foam brush. After doing that on both sides, I took my blow dryer and I blow dried my hairline area for about 30 seconds on warm, and then I came back and did another 30 seconds on cool. The reason I say warm at the beginning was because that's just how I did it and I got it to work. It might be okay to start on cool and do cool, I'll know later, but that's what I did. And then after that minute of blow drying, I took this Got2BGlued spray, sprayed it on here, because the reason I did that, as you'll see in the video, is that it really looks white, and it's supposed to clear dry. So I was worried, and I don't have a lot of time in the mornings. I really did not want to put a lot of time into this, so I sprayed this tip of this foam brush with this hairspray, and then I went all around my outline. And then I blow dried again for about 45 seconds on cool. Did the same thing. So then after that, I sprayed again and then sprayed dab, 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 dab along my hairline where I had the glue with this on here. And then I blow dried again for about another 45 seconds on cool. At that point, it felt to my hand, it still looked white, but it felt to my fingers that it was almost bordering on dry, and that scared me. I really thought that it should be tacky. I wanted it to be tacky. It wasn't. So I said, okay, let's just go ahead and put the wig on. Push, 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 push. And that's what we did. So we put it on, pushed it down, and then used the blow dryer one more time. Still kept it on cool and blow dried for about another minute. All while kind of pressing, you know, so blow drying and pressing. And then after that, I just kind of kept pressing every so often over the next, well, we first went for 15 minutes, and after checking, it was still kind of lifting in one area, but it was actually stuck pretty well. So we went about another half an hour, and after that, it's fully adhered. It is down, it's not lifting. It is definitely going and passing the Amanda flip test, which is awesome. And it works. So that's my method. I will do another video that is quick, to the point, like I do voice, fast forward and voiceover with more of this information. But if you're watching this video, that means that video hasn't been made yet. And so I wanted to insert this clip so you don't have to sit here and watch 45 minutes of me just talking and yapping and to know what happened and to know what works, because the whole point of these videos is to share what I've learned and to have you watch them and share with me as well. So if there's anything that you've noticed in these videos that you know how to do better, or a different way, a different technique, I please welcome you to share with me. And I look forward to continuing to share more and more with all of you. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and exit now and say thank you for watching, and look in the description again if you don't want to watch through the whole thing, but you want to kind of see where I've hit different things and marks. So now here's the beginning of the video before. This is my iWig that I reviewed yesterday. And the only thing I've done between yesterday and today is I obviously took out all of I had it adhered yesterday with Salon Pro Glue, and I removed all of that. So again, I just wanted to show that if you're not a hair flipper and you think maybe you could just put it on and go and you're not going to be messing with it, it really looks good if you're not touching the hair. I'm so sorry. I'll try and get a good, there we go, a good light. This wig in particular, the lace is just so transparent that I literally have to move it around for you to see where it's at. So if you're not a hair flipper, or maybe you're not concerned about that lifting a little bit, then you don't need to use glue. You probably don't. The way that this cap fits is it's got these adjustable ear tabs, like a little piece of, like, I don't know if it's metal, like a soft metal in there, but you can adjust this cap to kind of fit your head. And I showed yesterday in the review that it has some PU material, so depending on your scalp, it might adhere a little bit better to your scalp as well. First thing I want to point out is the morning routine. I know some people on these review shows will show you how they are slapping it on and they have no makeup on. And I tried that myself because I thought, oh, that's cool. You just adhere the wig and then put your makeup on. But what I noticed that I do a lot is I'm sorry, that's my dryer. I end up getting the makeup on the lace because I guess I don't know, I'm just used to putting my makeup all the way up to my forehead, to my hairline. So when I wear wigs, sometimes I end up getting the makeup on the lace, and then it's not cute, that's not fun, it doesn't look good. You're putting makeup on a lace. So what I found works best for me is to go ahead and do my makeup, and do my hair last. So if you use oils and things like that to clean your face before you do makeup, or if you just don't wear makeup, I would suggest you to do the oils first and then do whatever else you have to do before you're gonna do the wig, because what you'll want is a clean surface. As we talked about earlier, coconut oil helps to take off glue, so you don't want any sort of oil, coconut or similar, you don't want any oil on your head, or putting on oils after your wig adherence is not a good idea because it's just going to remove whatever adhesion you had. So what you want to do first, if you've done your makeup, whatever sort of morning routine that you have for your face, is that. And then once you're done with anything with your face, go ahead, and I use this alcohol here. I have it in a spray bottle too for when I was using it for the glue removal. But for this, I'm just gonna go ahead and lift back to my hairline. And I'm gonna take my cotton swab that has the alcohol on it, and I'm just wiping my hairline where I'm expecting I'm going to put the Got2B or Got2B, whatever it's called. And I've also already done this on the, that's so gross, this is my makeup. I've already done that on the inside of the wig because I cleaned the glue off from yesterday with coconut oil, and then I still had some stubborn pieces, so I used a little bit of alcohol because I knew I was going to have to clean the inside of the wig in addition to my forehead, just to really get a good adherence and give that Got2B glue a good chance. So clean your hairline with alcohol, clean the inside of the wig with alcohol if you haven't already. And now we're gonna go ahead and move into the Got2B glue. As we move into this glue option discussion here, I'm gonna go ahead and show you that there are different kinds of Got2B glue. And this is like an off-brand generic version, but it's the same thing. So the black and the yellow, and then of course, let's not forget the hairspray. The difference between the black and the yellow though is the black is great because it is clear, it's a clear gel, so no waiting for the white, which is the yellow, to dry and turn clear. I'm so impatient, so I think that that's why I've not had good luck with the Got2BGlued, because I've been using the black when I tried, and I think I put way too much on, and I'm just so impatient that I don't wait long enough for it to get tacky. But I have had a couple of times where I did wait long enough, or maybe I put a thin enough layer and it still didn't work for me. It adhered, but then one hair flip or two and it was game over. And I think that's because the black is not waterproof. It is not. So if it's not waterproof, it's obviously not going to be sweat proof. And I'm not an overly sweaty person, but it is Texas in summer, and even if I'm not outside, all it takes is one scenario when somebody's talking to you and you get a little nervous, maybe you're nervous about your hair, whatever the case may be, all of a sudden you're perspiring. So I'm gonna try today with the yellow, and I have a feeling that this is gonna work well because it is water resistant. So I really have some faith. I prayed. I am, just really hopeful that this is gonna work. If it doesn't, I promise I will go to the store and buy the real version of this yellow Got2BGlued. But I really think it's gonna work. So while we're talking glues and gels, some other options. This has worked for me. I think I've had good results with it. It's also waterproof though. So while I don't have to wait as long for it to get tacky, it's a roller bottle, so if you forget or miss a spot, then all of a sudden, how do you get that in there? You can't. You have to use your finger or try and get some on there. And so that's what I don't like about it. And then also the fact that it's waterproof. I meant to say not waterproof. It does not last me longer than a couple of hair flips, and then it's wanting to lift already, probably because I'm, sweating or whatever. And then we've also got the Salon Pro Glue that I have showed you in some other videos. I just wanted to show again because I know a few people have asked me what I've used, and so just in case you're watching any of these videos, I don't want you to have to go searching. This is the Daily Hold. This is the Extreme Plus. I like them both. They both work pretty well. But if you're going to wear a wig longer than a day, if you want to wear it for a few days, or if you want to go swimming, this would be my go-to because it really holds really well. But the cleanup's gonna be fun. Just warning you. It works, but it's not awesome. Now we've also got some tapes. I am going to try again tapes in a later video, but here's some tapes that I have purchased. This one I got off Amazon. It had some pretty good reviews. And then this is by the same business that's Salon Pro, so I thought it would be great. I just cannot get the tape to adhere to both my scalp and the lace at all. It sticks to one or the other. It doesn't stick to both. And then if I did get one to work with one wig a long time ago, and I was so excited, and then I went in the bathroom, and it wasn't either one of these tapes, it was just whatever tape came with that unit. It was a beauty supply unit. And then I went in the bathroom, and it was so shiny. It was super shiny, and I could see it through the cap. And then really it just took a couple of flips again, and that puppy was lifting. And so I was like, game over, I'm done with the tape. I would love it to work, but we'll try you again later some other time. Hopefully this Got2BGlued gel will work, because I just really want an easier method of wash and go, and no more scrubbing with oils or alcohol to try and remove the previous day's work. I know I get really wordy. Here we go. Let's do it. I'm gonna go ahead and, in case I've gotten, sweaty in the last couple of minutes talking, I'm gonna go ahead and put some more of this on here. Make sure that it's very clean, because I want it to work. Lots of different applications here. I am going to try this little foam brush because they're super cheap, and I'm all about saving money and being cheap if I can. I'm also going to give this alcohol a little bit of time to dry, because if it takes off the glue, you don't want it to still be wet. I'm going to use this foam brush with this because I hope that that will give me a thinner layer as I put it on here, just spreading it out with this. I might even go like this a little bit, I'm thinking. And I'm just gonna use just a little bit of this since it's the white, and I don't want it to take forever to dry. But that might also, now that I'm thinking about it, it being white and you having to wait for it to turn clear to know that it's dry, that might be a good thing for me, because my impatience, I'd be like constantly touching to make sure. That's not gonna work. I'm also gonna clip this hair back to make sure it doesn't get in the way while we're doing this. Here we go. Oh, sorry, I'll do this on camera. So it's probably maybe even too much, but we'll see. Just gonna kind of, just to get like thinner layer, it was really globbed on there, so now I'm just going to just kind of dab it on my hair and where my hair meets my hairline, because I'm hoping that will kind of keep my hair back, as well as give me, because I lay my, I guess that's one thing I should say. You might want to start doing this wherever you lay yours. So if you have a really long forehead and maybe you wear yours further down, then obviously you may not want to put it as far up as I am. But I like to lay my wigs right on my hairline. I like the lace part to be just in front, so that way if they're really good quality, you can't see any of my hair. Oh, sorry, I'm just putting a little bit more on there because I feel like that time I spread it out better when I put it on. So that is white, and like I said, the more I'm thinking about that, I think I kind of like that, because I feel like that's gonna help me to know when I can go ahead and try and apply the wig. I don't know if I should do another layer or not. I feel like maybe not, because that has been one thing I've seen people say, is that if it doesn't work very well, it's because somebody put too much on. I just feel like it's gonna be dry. Patience, grasshopper, patience. Okay, I feel like it's clearer. Maybe not right there. Oh, it is kind of sticky. Not like really sticky. Okay. I wish this was like a live video where I could ask what you think, because I don't know whether I want to go ahead and try putting it down or not. We'll see. I feel like it's clear everywhere now. I have seen where some people use a blow dryer at this point to make sure that it's dry. I guess maybe, no, it's sticky. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead, since I'm super impatient and I wouldn't wanna wait and be blow drying and stuff in the morning in between all these layers anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it down where I would wear it. So it feels good. I don't see any glue underneath there. It doesn't feel bad. Now, to be fair, I do wait about 20 to 30 minutes with the Salon Pro Glue Extreme Hold. Even though I don't necessarily have to, I usually do wait about 20 to 30 minutes. Uh-oh, that's lifting. Hi. Although I don't wrap a scarf around it. So we'll probably, okay, good. Well, that part that was lifting, I'm just gonna keep pushing on it, because I want this to work. So I am going to, it feels pretty good. I definitely don't wanna lift that up at all. I'm gonna go ahead and, it is 2:33 my time right now. I'm going to wait until about 3 o'clock to try any lifting. I'm not even going to try, take a little peek, oh, what's gonna happen? I'm not going to, not until 3. That way I've given it about a half an hour, and then I'll come back here at 3, and anywhere that's kind of loose before, again, I try any sort of lift test, I'm going to get out my blow dryer, and we'll take a few, you know, with the blow dryer, and we'll see if that helps, because I want this Got2BGlued method to work. I really, really do. So I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye on it, because I generally have about a half an hour before I get to my office or anything that I could be sitting around just kind of looking to make sure that it's adhered, and keep pushing down on any spots that looks like it's not. You could also take a scarf and do that, but I want to be able to see it, and I don't want the hair to be matted down either. That's another thing I don't like about the scarf. People use a scarf. I've used it before myself. I think that was the difference though with the Salon Pro Glue, is that it's already adhered. There's no waiting. So when I use a scarf, it's not smashing anything. It's just further cementing the hold. Where with this Got2BGlued, I feel like if I were to push the hair down with a scarf, it might still be tacky and pull some of that hair down that I don't want to be down. I literally only want it to have the lace down. So I'll be back in about 25 minutes now, and we'll see where we're at. Please, Jesus. It's just after 3. Wah wah. So it is just after 3, and I took a look in the mirror. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Try to get a good angle. There we go. It is not. Okay, the only place where it looks like it's even kind of cemented is right there. So I'm going to say maybe I did not put enough of a layer on. And by the way, I was looking at the video before coming back here at 3. That's how I spent my time. And it's killing me not to fast forward through any of this, but I'm going to leave it all in its form, and I will even put that in the title, that this is not a quick edit, it's an in-depth one, just because I want you to be able to see real time what's happening in case you're trying to do this yourself at home. So more to come. I'm going to be right back because my phone needs charged, and we're going to need a blow dryer, I think. Are you kidding me? Meow. Here we are again. I am going to try a thicker layer this time. And I'm also going to be cognizant of the time because I don't have a lot of time to be doing this in the morning. Just as much as I don't like spending time in the evening cleaning up for the next day when I use the glue, I don't want to be spending the same amount of time, if not more, just trying to get this to go, because usually in the mornings, I am not just sitting around lollygagging doing nothing. So if I have to spend time on one end or the other, either getting it to adhere or removing it, it's going to be on the removing part. I'm a night owl, baby. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to be better about putting this on there, but I know that too much is not been a great thing, but the only spot that was even looking like it was adhered was over here, and it was partially, and I think that's because I was pushing it down in that area, and I think I also put a little bit more on there. So we're gonna go ahead and try this now. I'm just gonna glob it on so that it looks white everywhere, and then we're gonna use my blow dryer. So you've seen what I've done there. I literally just put that all there. I'm gonna use that whole glob on this side, my hairline. I'm just gonna paint it. Paint it white. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get a good angle here where you can see what this looks like better. Okay, there we go, sorry. You'll see the other side better, hopefully, now. But I used that whole glob that I put on there, and it was quite a bit. I used it on that side, and so it's all white. I'm okay with that now. And it's also 3:28. So I put another, oh geez, I didn't do it again on TV. So I put another big glob there. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna spread it. Oh good, you will definitely be able to see this side better. To get a little bit further in on my forehead than what I wanted to, so I'm just gonna try and kind of wipe that up. Plus this stuff is supposed to dry clear, and it did, so I'm gonna have faith. But that's what happens. So I feel like that's a good amount that we put there. And it is white everywhere, although it is starting to clear up right in that section. Just for good measure, because I don't want to spend my entire afternoon trying and trying again. I'm going to use the blow dryer, and I'm going to put it all clear. My goal is to not have this last any longer than about 10 minutes. still very white, and that's scaring me. Maybe that's where we're gonna integrate the Got2BGlued hairspray. So I'm just gonna spray some of this here. Oops. And I'm going to just outline where the glue is with that and hope that that makes it a little bit more transparent. Because I know I'm already like, this is taking too much time. I am very impatient. Another reason why I like the Salon Pro Glue. You smear it on and it's good to go. But if I can take a few extra minutes and have this work, we're still working on about 6 minutes now that we've been doing this. That would be awesome. So it is very sticky. I can feel the sponge is wanting to be stuck. So now that I've done that, we'll go ahead, and I did change this from warm to cool because it was getting a little warm. That seemed to help with it not being so white. I'm gonna do it once more because I'm getting, again, super impatient. I'm gonna do a tacky check, make sure it's, well, I don't know if it's the sponge now that I'm doing that or the, okay. It's tacky. It feels like it's a little drier than what it should be, but since the last time I thought that was just magical texture and it was not, maybe that's what it needs to be. It is still a little white, but we're gonna go ahead and drop this down because I know getting ready in the morning for work, I would not be waiting any longer anyhow. And that's the point, is to find a routine that works with you and your time frame. And for me, I don't want to spend any longer than a few minutes. And here's what we're gonna do. I know, oh shoot, okay. Well, again, I wish I had like a panel vote, let's take a vote sort of thing. I don't know whether I want to just let it sit for another half an hour like we did before, or blow dry, or both. Maybe we'll meet in the middle. Now that I've put this on, I'm gonna go ahead and use the blow dryer for a few seconds here. Okay, that is about as long as I would go, and it is now 3:36. So we've still been under the 10-minute mark, which I'm aiming for, because that's about how long I give adhesion type of techniques in my morning routine. Mama got other things to do. So now what we're gonna do, I'm just kind of fully pushing again and again and again like I did that spot, because I want this to work, I really do. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna wait about 15 minutes. So since it is 3:35, we'll come back about 10 till 4. That will have given us about 15 minutes. To see where we're at with this, I feel like there should be definitely an inkling of whether this is going to hold or not by then. And because I really want this to work, I'm gonna just try and keep pressing, you know, occasionally over the next 15 minutes. And if this doesn't work this time, then I'm going to Walmart. I'm going to the Walmart and I will get the brand name Got2BGlued Yellow. Because I've seen other people make this work. I want it to work so badly. But not if it's gonna take 5 million years. The waiting for 50, you know, adding the 15 minutes to the 10 that we just did to really submit this on here, hopefully. I'm okay with that. I'd be driving to work, or I'd be, you know, talking to the boys, whatever, in the morning. I'd just be going like this on my way, you know, as I'm waiting for it to dry. But if it's gonna take any more time to get this stuff tacky and to just like hold it, Mama can't do that. I'd rather spend that time in the evening while I'm just sitting around picking up the glue. So, yeah, we'll be back. It's 3:54. And we're all gonna be surprised right now because I have not even looked in the mirror. I literally have just sat here looking at some of the video footage that we did. So here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, hey, that's promising. Sorry, the light, there we go. Let me see if I can. Uh-oh, is that on? Okay, just a little bit of lifting, but it is like adhered. And I feel like I was a little early to even attempt lifting, but that I'm like really wanting this to work. So, oh goodness, okay, I don't want to touch it anymore. I mean, I will, because that's the whole point of gluing down, is to be able to hair flip. But since it is just now 3:55, I want to give it a little bit longer. And maybe, just maybe, oh, I hope I don't mess this up. The spot in the front where it was kind of coming up. Oh no, it's not now. Okay, I'm not going to do anything. All right. I'm just going to give it the power of some more time. I'm going to give it about another 15 minutes. And here's what we'll do. I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a couple. Oh shoot, I wouldn't be able to do this if I were driving. I'm just trying to think of recreating this adhesion, and if I had done this about 15 to 20 minutes ago, I wouldn't still be at home. I'd be out the door on the way to work. So I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do it again. I'm gonna pretend like I'm on my way to work, and I can certainly put my hair back or keep my hair back while I'm driving and not have to be hair flipping and stuff. Go ahead, come here, come here, come here, little boo-boo. I know this one's been just dying to get on the camera, so this is Addison.
Hey. Make sure you subscribe.
All right, so I am going to not do a darn thing, because if I were going to work and wanting this method to work, because I do, really do, then I would be fine without hair flipping for even an hour. I mean, I would say I would be totally fine to just kind of go like this a little bit for an hour over the morning if it means I don't have to sit there and scrub up glue or anything like that on the frontal in the evening. So let's just give this a really good shot. And just as a reminder, what we did here was tried to wait for it to get clear. It didn't get all the way clear, but looking at it now, you can't see where it wasn't I mean, it's definitely turned clear underneath there, which makes me wonder if I even really had to wait to adhere it. But I'm not going to attempt the hand of fate. If this ends up working, this is going to be my new go-to, unless I'm going to plan on going swimming or something, which this is water resistant. So technically, I think it might be storming out, but if it weren't, me and the boys were going to go swimming, which is why I'm wearing a swimsuit. But we'll test this in the pool. There will be more videos to come. I am just like really, really super excited that it's even, I said I wasn't going to touch it again, but I did. Okay, I'm really not going to. I'm not going to touch it until 4:30. I'll come back here in another half an hour, and during that half an hour, I'm really just gonna kind of go like this, because if I got to work and we're hanging out in the office, I mean, there's times I'm sitting at my desk, I could just go like this real quick just to make sure it's on. So I'm gonna do that over the next half an hour, and then we're gonna come back and we're really gonna test this out with some good hair flips. And then I'll, of course, report back anything that happens over the course of the rest of this evening if this changes. But I have a feeling that if it can withstand the hair flips of me in about half an hour, cue like the angels singing like beautiful heavenly music, because Jesus answered my prayers. Fingers crossed. Talk to you all in half an hour. I'm excited because I couldn't help myself, and it is right now 4:53, so I'm a little late, but it's because I was watching that video again, and it's killing me to post a video that long on YouTube. I really didn't even want to do videos with me talking at first, because I know they can get really long and rambling, and it's hard for me to cut out like what I think people would be, you know, find helpful to know and stuff. But I'm going to post this, but I'm also going to insert and edit at the very beginning of this video, which if you're watching, you've already seen. But it's just because it works, it really works. But of course, it worked after we had some trial and error. So, look at this. Not even moving. That lace is down, baby. It's down. And I'm flipping, and I'm doing all sorts of fun stuff. And it is down. It's not moved at all. I'm very excited. I think I have found my next favorite go-to. I'm going to, like I said, leave this video as it stands, and that way if you are interested, you will see the entire trial and error and any little nuggets, you know, of information that I say that might be helpful. Sometimes it's just the one little thing that you hear, you're like, oh, that makes so much sense. That's why that didn't work for me before. But I will update with another video that will be literally to the point. And like I said, I'm also going to make sure that I put this at the very beginning, what happened, what we did, summarize. So if you're still watching, then that just means you're so awesome and you just wanted to see it all the way through. So I appreciate you. I appreciate anyone who loves my little rambling. I know I'm quite a pill to swallow, but I really am just trying to share all of these little nuggets of information that I've pulled from these different various sources and different people online and sources, and just pay everything forward and help someone else to feel comfortable in their hair. And like I had mentioned in several videos before, if your hair is not adhered to you and you aren't able to do with it as you would your own hair, it doesn't matter how much it costs, or human hair, synthetic hair, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to look normal if you don't feel normal. So I just want everyone to be able to feel good in their hair, no matter what it costs. There will be more to come. This is going to be my brand new favorite way to adhere my hair now. No more Salon Pro, unless I'm planning on wearing something for longer than a day. Even then, I don't know. We'll just see how long this lasts. So I've got a toddler who needs me, and I'll be sharing more soon.